Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sorry for the late start. Overslept. Sleep schedule kept or caught up with me. We'll see if we can get at least a few games in here for people, though. I just came home and passed out from classes today, and I don't remember what happened. It's all kind of a haze. I think my alarm did go off, but I was only running on like 2 hours of sleep, and I think I tried to hit snooze, and I think I hit like silence or turn off or whatever, and my hair is just, I don't know. My hair's glorious today. I washed it last night, but I don't know. I was like really tired when I was washing my hair too, and I think maybe I either forgot to wash the shampoo out of my hair or forgot to wash my hair. I don't remember, but it feels like kind of like not as clean as it should be. I mean, I did have to walk around campus a lot today, so maybe it was just sort of sweaty, but geez, that looks terrible, man. I don't. So yeah, kind of having an off day. Hopefully that doesn't translate into an off day on League, but we shall see. Okay. But anyways, thank y'all for coming in. Like I said, we'll see if I can get at least a couple games here. Yo, what up? About ready to diff and miff some kids.
Yeah, I probably got time for one more.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured that was probably the case. Okay, let me move it in. Hey, what's up, Lucas? You diffing some boars or what, man?
When I can. I
Gotcha.
can.
Which profession are you going on that?
Leather working and skinning.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might switch over to skinning just for leveling, because like the money is so tight. Like, I can't even like level up my skills hardly, and I'm just like, oh god. And then I think I'm just gonna drop it
I'll
and
send
do
you some
something
gold.
else. That's all good. You don't have to do that, but I mean that'd help. I'll take it. But
It will help. Trust me. If not, I'll see if
just tell Devin, hey
I
man, hook the peasants out.
right. He will.
Nice. Winning a lot on Blitzcrank, good. Yeah, because you just kill so many beasts anyway, and the leather sells pretty good, even the small leather.
Yeah.
I think at the end I'm gonna have to get tailoring though. It's too strong for healers. But I don't know if I want to stick with leatherworking, or I'm kind of waiting to see what they do with drums, because I've heard they're gonna nerf them somewhat for raids. Because with how it naturally is, and we didn't do this back in the day, but with how it naturally is, if they don't nerf the drums, then like the ideal setup would be 4 people with drums in every group, and then you just cycle through the drums so they're constantly up. Just have a different person pop it every 30 seconds and get a rotation. But I think they've said they want to change that because they don't want to force 80% of raiders to take leatherworking. So, but they'll still be good even if they nerf it. It'd be nice, you know, if we had at least a couple of drums. How is Loppin? I was asking because blacksmithing has some really damn good maces, I think.
Oh yeah.
That upgrade over time, but you can get pretty good weapons in the arena or in some of the raids. Say banned. And we could just do Lulu. Lulu is a little rough in a thresh. You can get bullied out. I'd rather play like an AP champ. Yeah, Blitzcrank's pretty good. If you, I mean, it's all about hitting those hooks, right? If you hit the hooks consistently, Blitzcrank can be pretty beast. I'll talk really quickly about. I'll do a whole video on these pre-patch. I'll probably release it tomorrow. And just really quick preview for people watching the stream. Got Ravenous Hunter. They're taking it down to 0 Omnivamp for lanes. That's going to make it a lot worse for lane. And then the maxed out is 7.5%. So it's still okay, but it's not going to be as lane dominant. Fleet Footwork, I guess, is a nerf to Caitlyn. I don't think that many other people get it. Although it's AP ratio. Maybe people like Cassidon are getting this. I'm not sure how many AP champs get this, but a little bit of a nerf for that. Blade of the Ruined King is getting a bit of a nerf on the lifesteal, but the damage is up on the 3rd hit. Sterix, the stacks beyond the first are reducing the healing, so I guess less for trading in lane, but the shield is still OP. Stridebreaker losing 100 HP. Pretty big deal, but Stridebreaker is an awesome item right now. Oh, Jesus. Dude, they got the damage over there, huh? I mean, they're all squished, though. I think I'm gonna go tank on him. Oh, Akali gets fleet? Okay. Sometimes mages. Okay. This is going to be some bad news bears for Jason. They, it looks like they may not be doing the Leandries, but... Are you there, Jason?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you're probably not going to be a fan of this. They're nerfing Seeker's Arm Guard armor down to 15 from 30. When it's maxed out.
Oh, the armor?
Yeah. So
that's cool.
That's insane if that goes through. That's like 300 gold worth of stats off of that item. So the completed item, I believe, is still going to have everything, Zanya's, but the intermediary step is bad. And then the Verdant Barrier is also getting hard nerfed down to 9 magic resist max and 20 AP max. So they are really, really clapping those items. Right. And then Void Staff is getting 5 ability power, but it's cost 2,700 now. Looks like they are buffing Ludens somewhat. Leandries is actually an interesting change. I'm not reading it right now. I'm in the game, but from what I remember that it says, it's no longer doing stacking spell pin of up to 15%, but it's exchanging for that. While someone's burning, they take a certain percentage of extra damage from you, up to 12% based on their bonus health. So, and I think the bonus health caps out around like 1,200. So if someone has a lot of health, you're not quite doing percentage damage, but it's kind of close. So I think that's better if someone is stacking a lot of health but not very much magic resist. I think that's better for you. But I don't have the exact math, which is what a lot of people do. They'll get armor items. So on comps where like you're the only AP threat, I think that'll be really nice for you.
Sweet. What's the Ludens buff?
I'll have to go back and look at that. It was kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, it was it was something like if you hit a bunch of targets, it improves the it improves something about it.
Okay. Akali's going down.
Okay. Karthus is really low. I was just trying to freak him out on the golems a bit for people watching.
An ally has been slain.
Let's see. Well, I don't even know that mages are that OP. I mean, they are, like, good in some circumstances, but I think assassins are pretty viable right now. Like, that is a massive nerf against things like Zed. Especially the armor assassins. So I think that might be... I think that's a bit much. Damn it, I don't have a charge. I should have saved a charge on the cannon. Zhonya's is the same, yeah, but that's like one of your main defenses against something like a Zed all-in at level 6, or Talon, or whatever, so it's a huge deal, I think, in those types of matchups. And then the Verdant was kind of keeping things like Fizz in check, sort of. But I think Assassins are just going to run wild here. It is way cheaper, but like... I don't know. A lot of AD champs also have stuff that's cost efficient that's very good. I saw an interview with Tom Brady that was pretty funny, at least parts of it, where he was talking about right after he won the Super Bowl and like his family came up and his wife or whatever kind of said to him, she's like, what do you have left to prove? Or something, like trying to insinuate he should just retire. And then he said he just quickly changed the subject. He's like, oh, thanks, honey. Hey, look, confetti or something. I don't remember what he said, but I mean, yeah, combined they're probably worth 500 million, $1 billion or something, and but
it's probably nuts.
Yeah, but
Brazil more than anything.
Yeah. Sometimes you just can't buy the glory, right? You can't buy GOAT status. So I think he's just gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. Nice. I'm not entirely sure I want to go Kim Tank here. I might go Locket. We don't have that much engage. I don't know. Maybe I still just go Kim Tank. I was thinking Locket would help a lot with like Karthus ults. Then how do I like engage? I mean, we could just rely on sort of just outmaneuvering them. Oh, okay. What's up, Al? Yeah, you haven't played in a while. Yeah. We should probably push this in, but then we'll go Locket. We can figure out some other way to maneuver around and find some good engage angles. But that Locket is just so good against the Assassins and also the Karthus ult. Where's Karthus? So I picked Maokai like because of Thresh. If Misfortune stepped up more, I would have gone on her, but they have more minions than us. So I felt like maybe that's not a good idea. Okay. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, I guess with Rengar coming in. Alright, I didn't see the Rengar. Wow. Alright. Stand corrected. Did not see the Rengar ult. Alright, I'm not sure what kind of boot I want yet, so I'll just wait on that. I should have changed to Sweeper. I mean, obviously Karthus is undodgeable damage. So what am I going to get after Locket? I think Abyssal's probably pretty good against Karthus ult, so maybe... They don't have that much CC. They do have Thresh, but... Like Zeke's be any good? Maybe I could just go Zeke's Knight's Vow. If I do that, then the Mercury Treads would be better. Wow, what? The Rory house? Oh my god, he really... Wow. I saw that mid. It's rough. What? Oh, he put up another control ward. Karthus is over here. Yeah, I think my mouse is like sticking or something kind of. I gotta get a new mouse probably. Dude, I'm not diving. Versus Karthus. Why are we pressuring them under turret? We don't do anything under turret.
An enemy has been slain. Turret plating will fall soon. Has destroyed a turret.
Alright. Yeah, Jason is here. We need to just I think we just need a bag. I have so much gold. Yeah, she's so fast. We're gonna have a bad back timing here. But alright, Thresh creeping. Shit. Yeah, I saw him on the wards. Not bad. I told you earlier. Okay, so we'll just do
Your turret has been destroyed.
we'll just do Mercs. Did he not heal off of that second one? Huh. Oh, he stole Karthus' form and got his passive. That's pretty funny. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going Locket against Karthus and double Assassin. Karthus creeping on you. We're getting the thing right here. I'm kind of low. I mean, maybe. Holy sh- wait, how did she go invisible? Dustblade? Oh my god.
So close to dying.
Shit, seriously? Oh my god. He ran through the seed. Oh my god, that Dustblade was... She just completed it right before that fight. It's really annoying, and that pulled me into the Karthus ult, or the Karthus death stuff. Okay, so like all of their assassins are fed. Alright, so I guess Seeks gives on hit. I think I might. I mean, we could go, could we still go Demonic Embrace? I mean, they are really squishy. Like, your AP doesn't matter with that item. And it is pretty tanky. Because we kind of need to kill him. Oh, it does see it all the way across the bush now. Okay. I thought if you put it on the very, very edge, it would not, but I guess it does. There was one point where it didn't. Maybe they changed that. Someone's got it. We can't just give him a free tower. Well, I guess we can. Jen just wants to ARAM. Now he's gonna probably gonna run through our jungle here. He might be coming up on you guys. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might just go Demonic Embrace. For a little bit of extra damage. Abyssal Mask is so good though. The 60 resist and everybody takes a little bit of extra damage, but
Killing spree. Enemy rampage.
we'll think about it. We have the same item with Giant's Belt. Holy.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
just ran out of mana almost instantly. I think Cho could have walked out of there, but... So worth giving 10% damage to everybody or dealing... Well, they don't have that much max health. I think I will. Maybe I'll just go with that. Nice. Got him, coach. Is Lily being good?
Tonight, yes. So far. It's a calm force.
I tell my wife, I was like, oh, Rory's being good. And I was like, I define goodness by how quiet she is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good little girl should be seen and not heard. Kind of the old, I don't know, Victorian patriarchal kind of view. Yet so true. God, yeah, we don't have everybody here, so we probably don't want to do this. Coach. All right. And then we'll probably just do like a Knight's Vow or something to help out a little bit with some of the burst. So Locket has effectively blocked 3,500. Which is handy. Wait, who's in there? Somebody in there? Oh, hey, bud. Rengar with the invade. Jin, please. Holy shit. Okay, well, he just walked up. Thresh has had enough. Diffed and miffed.
Alright, well, that's gonna be it for me. You have a good rest of your night.
Alright, you too, man. I'll see you. GG. Diffin and miffin. Alright, we'll get on the other account. Yeah, I mean, just like saying that someone wishes someone's family dies over a loss, you know, in League of Legends is not appropriate. So, alright. Not even anything really particularly witty about that. I didn't think Karthus did that poorly, to be honest. From what I remember, I mean, nothing stood out that was like, oh, this Karthus is the reason they're losing. I don't think Karthus jungle is particularly good right now, but I don't know. I mean, Thresh was a huge part of the problem too. Like, everyone on their team just got kind of diffed at a certain point. Like, they got ahead early with the with their assassins, which was sort of problematic. But Rengar went for this like tanky sort of build, which I don't know. He was gonna have a hard time getting through me as Maokai though. It's just too much CC, just point click W, like. Oh, but some of these changes here. Okay, so Ludens, dealing damage to champions reduces the cooldown by half a second. Max 6 per ability. What is... How can you even get to 6? Oh, it's not spell hits, it's straight damage? Oh. So, like, if you put a dot on them or something, is that right? There's no way. Dude, that would be so OP on something like Malzahar. You hit him with your E. That ticks every 0.25 seconds, I think. So that would be every 1.5 seconds. It would put Ludens on a 4-second cooldown. Is that right? And then it would potentially re-trigger it? Like, pretty soon thereafter. That seems pretty OP. Yeah, or cast Q. Okay, I'm used to thinking spell hits because there's almost nothing that triggers off of just damage because it ends up being OP. Huh. I mean, Azir soldiers, I believe those count as spell hits. Like, for Rylai's, they do. So, like, every sand soldier that hits somebody would trigger that. So if you have 3 sand soldiers, boom, boom. 6-second reduction. Okay, Azir might be okay with... Jason might be okay. I just call him Azir now. Jason might be okay with that. I mean, he doesn't have to get Seekers, or... He usually doesn't get Verdant. But, like, Seekers is nice, so the Zed matchup gets a bit worse, but... No, I think it's once per cooldown, you can reduce it by up to 6 seconds. So basically, you can make it 4 seconds with those dot champs. Ludens is already, like, a pretty good item on his ear, I think. Okay, so that's kind of nutty. On certain champs that like that. Like the dot type of champs, or even, like, the... Cassiopeia, like you said. That's a freaking 4-second cooldown, effectively. That one, I'm not sure if they ran that through R&D properly. Okay, against Zillion, yeah, we're doing Lulu all day. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's striking me as potentially OP, unless I'm misunderstanding part of it. Because that has to be it, right? Because how else can you get to 6? I guess you could just hit them 6 times with different abilities. Maybe it's not. Maybe it can only trigger once per ability. That has to be it. There's no way they would let the dot thing go through. But that might still work for soldiers. If each soldier hit counts as a different spell hit. I'm not sure if that's how that works out, but hopefully I have the right runes. I think I do. Okay, Aegis is getting 5 more ability haste, and the immolate damage is scaling better. Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was 6 seconds. It's 6 times? Oh, okay. Can stack 6 times, so 3 seconds. Okay, good call. Yeah, the grammar, I was thinking it meant maximum of 6 total reduced cooldown. Maximum of 3 out of the 10 total cooldown is still really good, but not as OP. Okay. So if it's just you have to hit them with different spells for a maximum... But why would it not say maximum of 3 then? I guess it just depends on what they mean. This is where grammar is important, guys. Not always a grammar Nazi, but... And then death cap 3600. I always tell my students, grammar really doesn't matter that much until it does. Like, when people know what you're saying, or in a non-professional setting, you're just tweeting or whatever, it's like, sure, you know.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
It does convey a certain level of ethos, right? Like, people are gonna judge you in certain ways based on your grammar. Oh, yeah, don't do that, Duck. I don't eat spicy foods, but yeah, that could definitely be a thing. Been cranking that druid up. Dude, I'm so broke early on in this game. I think I have to get, like, skinning. Even though I'm going to drop it at level 60, most likely, I still got to get skinning. And the druid, just because it's so much free money laying around. And I can't even pay to level the professions anyways early on, so I can barely buy my skills. Which is, like, I mean, it's cool. It makes it a bit harder if you don't have an alt that, like, gives you money. I really want to be able to go something like leatherworking, but I just don't know. I have to go tailoring 100%. At least until tier 5. And then enchanting is sort of de facto one of the best, because you get the 40 healing on rings permanently, basically. But you do get drums with leatherworking. I kind of want to see how they nerf drums, though. I'm kind of thinking I should just go double gathering profession and then just respec later, because I'm not gonna... So if I go leatherworking, or if I go skinning, like, the whole point of me going skinning is to sell the leather. So then, like, going leatherworking doesn't make that much sense if I'm supposed to be making money from it, so... Not a music strike. Please don't invade when we don't have priority.
An ally has been slain.
Alright. Okay, well, at least Raven didn't get it. I don't think they got an assist on it. Nah, Urgot did get an assist. Did we get an assist? No, but... Yeah, so I might just go double gathering. But I'm not going to need the money as much if I'm just, you know, going to fish for my money. But it's like, why not if I'm not going to level up the professions anyways? You think herb mining does? Herbalism and mining does? Okay. I feel like leatherworking, because the leather still sells really well, because in Classic, I mean, people are kind of past that point, but, like, leatherworking was, like, so good for the Devilsaur. But a lot of people are also leveling it up for the drums in TBC. I really like herbalism. I wish I could stick with a gathering profession because I think it's fun just to get random, like, you know, just to find stuff. Oh wow, what the hell? He has Dark Harvest? Okay. I didn't realize that. No, damn it, I needed that stack. I mean, I don't have anything, bro. Okay. Just wanted to get that experience there. Yeah, I guess that's true. People do want to level up that stuff. What is there more of? Are there more mining nodes or herb nodes out there, do you think? I mean, herbalism is something that in theory I could maybe keep with tailoring early on in TBC because like druids are very good at getting the herbs because they can harvest them in flight form. And if I am going to be fishing anyways, like, for my money, then herbs are going to spawn around there, so.
An enemy has been slain.
If I don't want to, like, try to level enchanting early on. Okay. Maybe I'll just do, herbalism and skinning. And then just buy out the... Or I could either save my cloth or just buy out the cloth for tailoring. And keep in mind also, I gotta remember, a lot of people are not gonna go... And we lost experience at that tower, which is not fantastic. I guess that is back. Kind of low on mana. It is, like... We lost quite a bit for that because it's pushing... Okay, fine. I'll stay. Yeah, I'm just thinking, will people gouge cloth prices? They probably will, but I think if I just buy enough and just hold on to it... Jeez. Yeah, he hit level 6. Because, like, we missed, seriously, like, at least 10 minions off of roaming over there. Like, we did get kills, but the experience differential is going to be big. Yeah, because I'm going to be leveling up fishing. I think that's the primary way I'm going to try to make money in TBC, because a lot of people don't do it, and I don't mind doing it because I can, like, grade essays or something and just chill. Like, I don't mind that it's boring. But I think a lot of people hate it for that reason. Damn it, my ult just leveled up. Renown 40. What is Renown 40? Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're here every night. Usually around midnight. I overslept tonight. But usually I'm gonna try to start getting on around like 11:30 or something. Do I transfer to Crusade and level my classic, or go into Crusade? So the options, from what I understand, are you can move your character over to Burning Crusade. It's optional if you want to do that. For a fee, you can copy it, leave it on your classic realm, and have a copy in Burning Crusade, but they will never interact with each other. Or you can start a new, you can purchase a boost, we don't know how much, to level 58 and start the Burning Crusade without doing classic. It'll probably be something like 60 bucks. But I don't think you get gold with that, and I don't think you get any professions with that. Which is what I was gonna do. Oh, level 40. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing more, okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, we're gonna be doing a TBC guild once that comes up. But since I'm gonna be healing, tailoring is really good, and it's gonna be like mega expensive. That was cute. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to farm up and just see how much gold I can get before it starts, so I can buy that tailor. I mean, a piece of mooncloth, it's probably gonna be like, I don't even know, 5,000 gold or something. Not, maybe not that much, but like 500 gold. I wouldn't be surprised if a piece of moon costs 500 gold early on, and I'm gonna need like 40 of them. I think something like that to build that set. But I mean, the set is like, I'm pretty sure it's best in slot until tier 5. And like, the more stuff you can have, the more craftable gear you have that saves drops, it increases the overall raid's power level. Especially on big stuff. Like, that is a really, really big deal on healers. So that means you can give the gear to other people, that if we have someone that does alchemy or does whatever, it just helps everybody out, like, a lot. So it's not just you, but that's a piece of gear that you don't need that you can give to somebody else that might be getting another profession. Like some of the drums people, for example, might be sacrificing a profession in order to get the drums, so. But anyways, that's why I'm not gonna force everyone else to always buy the best, or to craft the best stuff, although it is like super helpful. And some stuff gets replaced at like tier 4, so I think there's like some leather stuff that's decent, but it gets replaced by tier 4 stuff, and that, you know, it seems like maybe, oh shit, hold up, it's about to get real here. Why are they pushing this so hard? Okay, they don't have Rift. You know, I wouldn't expect someone to spend like 7k gold to get items that are gonna get to buy like the best BOEs on the auction house. That's just gonna get replaced in Karazhan, you know. It's cool. I mean, that's going the extra mile if people want to do that, but stuff like that lasts in many cases through most of tier 5 is like, that's a big pickup. And I think the healing is the most OP set. How'd she burn out? What? Some of the weapons are pretty damn good too for like melees. Those maces I think are pretty good. So I'm trying to like research everything that I can and come up with a, you know, a good strategy and good understanding of most things.
I won't forget.
Okay, Kai'Sa's kind of low on mana here. We just don't have anything. We're gonna have to give that up. I literally have nothing, man.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Thinking we might do like a modified loot council system too instead of DKP.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It's not even pre-bis, Mooncloth. Like, based on all the research I've done, it's literally better than tier 4 and arguably better than tier 5 in some situations. It's like your tier 5 is a side grade. Like, it's extremely OP. But yeah, because like the problem that I remember with my guild back in the day, and I mean it wasn't like a massive problem. We had a really good guild with like cool guys in it. They were very chill. But with the dragon, because there are certain items that are extremely good that a lot of people want, most notably Daggerspine Trophy from Gruul. And you have this problem if you have dragon, the DKP points or whatever. Then with our system, the way that he ran it was you had to spend points on the gear or nobody was going to get the gear. Right? And then you have people just hoarding their points and not taking upgrades because they don't want to spend their points. So like even if, you know, there's a I mean, okay, Rift is up. Yeah, they're going to do Rift, I guess. Joe's pressuring top. How we're all split up. Come on, dude. What was the thought process? Like, you missed all your skills. Why would you walk back in? Yeah, everybody died. You not hear all the deaths? Yeah, exactly, Wings. I guess we just go Redemption here. I've got to get Redemption to try to offset Karthus. But, so people would just hoard their points and, like, not want to spend them. Even if something is, like, a little bit of an improvement, they just wouldn't do it because they wanted to, like, hoard up to make sure they got Daggerspine Trophy or whatever, you know, the big item is. That's usually the biggest item, but... And then it just ends up being a roll-off anyways, to some extent. And so it's just, you have people just not taking upgrades because they are wanting the absolute best in slot and not just something that's a marginal increase. But you want people to get those marginal increases. I guess I can look up EPGP, but I think, I think it'd be nice if, I don't know. It's always hard trying to figure out how to do it because you want to reward people for being there, even if it's not, and you don't want to like completely, dump on the people that are playing supportive classes, right, that aren't going to top the meters. So like Dagger Spine Trophy is probably best on Hunters, right? But you don't want to like not let your shamans, your like enhancement shamans, take a look at it, right? Because they're working hard, they're showing up to raids, even though that's not what's best for the raid. Dude, we can't do anything. You're caught in a fucking 4v1. Oh, it takes emotes, too. I didn't realize it also muted emotes. Well, if it's a big hunter that's there literally every week putting in the big damage and stuff, we'd have to I mean, the problem comes in with attendance, I think, sometimes too. But there's just not going to be a great way to do it. I'm thinking, like, if we give Hunters priority on that, Hunters really should get that over something like the Shamans. But then if we do that, maybe, beforehand, if we have these rules kind of set out beforehand, or guidelines set out beforehand, we can say, all right, look, Dagger Sprine, Hunters are going to have priority on that, but we'll give the Ellies, like, priority on some good pieces of tier 4 loot, or maybe some weapons. Like, maybe we'll give them priority on the, I forgot what it's called, like, the consumable that drops in tier 5. If they have the hammers, the smithing hammers. So maybe we'd give them first dibs on getting those mats so they can get the badass hammers or something. Like, just finding something like that that would be fair. It's like, okay, yes, this is BIS for you. Yes, it is really good, but we're going to give you something else that's also similarly good. We'll give you first crack at that. Because Hunters don't get a lot of gear in tier 4. Because they just stay in their dungeon set, I think. But yeah, so we'll find an equitable way to handle it. And then we can just do the old-fashioned roll-offs and stuff too, if it seems to be a stalemate. God, we are just getting steamrolled. Holy shit, dude, this Draven is just, like, dominating us. Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, I'm of the mind that tanks should pretty much always get high priority on loot. If it's like a significant upgrade, they should get the loot. Because the tank not dying, in my opinion, is the most important thing in a raid. Kind of depends on the tank. There are some, you know, loot drops that are better than others, but all else being equal, I would rather the tank improve than like a DPS. But obviously, that's the #1 way that most raids will wipe is tank gets spiked. Tank gets blown up. I mean, sometimes you don't have enough DPS and you reach in rage timers and stuff like that, but sometimes on tier pieces, it's rare that tank loot would, but it depends on the tank. Sometimes. Like Feral's like leather and agility pieces can be very good on. It just depends. I'd have to study some of the loots, but definitely for the tier gear. And like paladins want some kind of spell power. I don't know, paladins have such weird item, but they do want some level of spell power, right? Which is traditionally thought of as a non-tank, you know, type of stat. But see you, Kamoy, thanks for coming out. Oh, I didn't realize we got top inhibitor. Yeah. Spell swords? Okay. Yeah, I mean, so there might be something like some warlocks or mages that are interested in certain swords. I don't know. I'd have to see if they compete with them or not. But we're giving it to the tank. Like... Damn it. Baron's up. We should have maybe just run up to Baron. Okay, and now we'll try to get Ardent. I mean, maybe it was better just to get Ardent all along for more damage, but like the Redemption is so good with Kindred's ult because you can time it right at the end where your team benefits and their team gets, you know, damage from it. Can we? Yeah, I think we can get this. Diana can clean that up. Holy shit! I think we're getting gerbated here. Wow. Alright, that was pretty good by the Kindred. You going late night prof for short stream? Probably relatively short stream. I think I might do one more after this. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've seen too. If no one whispers, it has no DKP cost, but people just hoard and it'll get basically loot counseled over anyways. I don't know. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. But I mean, that's effectively just going to make it loot counsel, and then a lot of people just go for Dagger Spine or whatever their BIS item is. Because just no one's going to whisper knowing that they could get the loot anyways. Why would you spend DKP on it if you know they're probably just, the loot council's just going to give it to you? If Cho had ult, he would have killed Draven easily. I think he did chomp him, which is why Draven got low initially. It just, like, the Zillion saved him was what it was. Holy shit. Damn, I guess I should have just ulted faster. Wait, why is he moving? Does he have Ghost? I thought I heard someone just hit Ghost. This Kindred's so freaking toxic. Dies with her ult, too. She could have ulted that Draven hit also. I could have maybe ulted her a bit faster, but it just does so much burst. Damn, do we just lose off of that? Yeah. Thoughts on the Akali buffs? I just don't know. I'll have to see it in action. I don't think it's probably going to matter too much for solo queue. Well, we're only losing 11, which I guess that's good because we've dodged so many times. Yeah, it's just so many changes that it's difficult to conceptualize as someone who doesn't play Akali a lot. I mean, she's getting a lot less health, so she's going to be like ultra squishy early on. She doesn't restore energy on her passive, but I don't remember how much she got back from that, but I feel like it was significant. And then her 5-point strike costs a lot more energy, and it doesn't have the wave clear anymore. But the W increases your maximum energy, but not your current energy by 80. So I believe that encourages you to use your ult and then wait for that energy to charge. So you have to prep, basically. You can't just run in one shot. It sounds like they're trying to make it harder to do that. Like you need to sit in your cloud for a little bit to get to that maximum energy. ideally, before you go all in. I mean, that's what I feel like. But, I mean, I don't play these, like, you know, especially at a high level. I mean, these are all, like, very gameplay related, right? Like, it's not just, you know, you can look at the numbers and see, like, it's stuff involving her energy, which is unique, and you have to kind of play the champion a lot to get a sense of how that will or will not affect your all-ins or affect kind of your rhythm and trades and stuff like that. So it's really hard as someone who doesn't play Akali to, like, really sort of grasp this without seeing it in action. The shuriken flip. So they're making the flip do a lot more damage on the second activation. So the first activation, if you're just trying to be safe with it and finish someone off with the E, or just poke them with it, then it's going to do a lot less. But if you follow up, then it potentially does more. So if you're all-inning, so they want to take away her safety and encourage, you know, the flashy YOLO Q style where you have to go in with your E to do big damage. Now her perfect execution does magic damage, so that's better if you're running spell pen, but that's worse if they're stacking magic resist. And then the R1 damage looks like it's taken a huge hit. 45 damage off of R1. Is R2 not getting any extra damage? I guess in early levels, it's a massive hit. So at level 6, it's way worse. But later in the game, it looks like it's better because you have a 30% AP ratio on it now, and you're getting like 40 damage at the end. So I feel like it's worse. So maybe she scales better because of the R, and if you're actually following up on the flips and an all-in. So, like, the best case scenario where you're either fed, like, you're at least level 11 and you're fed and you're snowballing, like, maybe that's a little bit better. But I think earlier on in the game, she's going to be a lot worse. And it's going to be a lot more skill intensive, even more than it is already, because you have to hit the shuriken and use the follow-up properly to get your damage back. I don't think all of her basic skills are stronger. Like, the energy cost is 10 more early and 30 more late on the Q. And that's like, that's your most guaranteed damage, right? Like, that is still a skill shot, but it's more likely you're going to hit Qs than you are Es. And that's your thing that you're spamming that's on a shorter cooldown. So it's 10 more energy early and 30 more energy, or no, it's 30 less energy late. Okay, so worse early, better late. But she's losing a lot of, like, the quality of life stuff. So, and this is not better if you just hit the first part of the shuriken. It's only better if you follow up. But losing 75 health early is pretty massive. Like, yeah, you still max your Q first. So, I mean, that is nice, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It looks like weaker early, better later, if you play well, if you snowball. I mean, it does save you 30 energy starting at level 9 every time you use it. So maybe if you Shroud, you get the 80 energy. I don't remember how much her passive gives you. But the passive was an important part of skilled play as well. So that's why I don't like that they're getting rid of the passive. Because you kind of had to go in and out of your circle. I still think she's going to be under 50 for sure in solo queue. Like, maybe it affects pros and, like, challenger one-tricks. But I still think it's probably going to be... She's probably not going to be that great in solo queue most of the time. We had some chances in that last game, but the Kindred getting caught and dying with ult at the end was pretty massive. I could have maybe ulted her too. That Draven just did so much damage with Dark Harvest and the lethality. God, that Maokai over the last 30 days just looks so gross. I mean, they have fixed her shroud. Like, she's fixed, guys. She's like got a 45% win rate in solo queue. I don't even think she's played that much in pro. Well, that's her whole mechanic. Like, that's her whole thing. If she doesn't have stealth, she doesn't exist as a champ. Like, that's just always a dilemma with these assassin type of champs. Is their stealth. Stealth in general is extremely difficult to balance in any game. Because you are, you know, concealing information. %30 or less. I mean, she's a cool champ. I would rather have Akali be pretty good than something like Kassadin be pretty good. Because at least she's, like, really hard to play. You know, so I can respect it with good Akali play, right? Kassadin is just like, it just roll my eyes. Alright, what do we want here? I guess just Lulu. Get a Mikhail's. If I was Caitlyn, I would take Cleanse. Like, a more Q with Jen is just insta-death. But, yeah, I mean, you have to have assassins to balance out 80 carries, or they're just way too strong, so... I know assassins are annoying, but... Yeah, Riven has Ignite. They have no TPs, but they have a lot of Ignites. Yeah.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm probably going to have to get a Mikhail's second. Jesus.
Minions have spawned.
Just forfeit, guys. They got a kill. Game's over. FF. Next game. Surrender at 1. Who flashed? I think Morg flashed, so it's like 6 minutes on flash. We're probably not going to be able to take advantage of that. I mean, a Morg bind is pretty close to a blitz hook in terms of like if you get hit, if someone gets hit by it, they're probably going to die. I mean, Riven's going to be advantaged towards Aatrox, yeah, for sure. It's already a tough matchup, I think, if Riven's good. Especially if she has Ignite advantage. But, you know, people have to play the game, right? People who are always advantaged don't win. Or people who are advantaged don't always win, I should say. Say in general, Blitz's hook is probably more likely to get that kill than a Morg bind. Blitz can be cleansed, or Morg can be cleansed too, effectively, or like QSS or whatever, whereas Blitz's can't, or it's a lot harder. You can QSS it and flash out of it, but people at this elo bracket are not going to do that a lot. Zoe's going off. Just imagine if like professional athletes were like that, right? It's like, oh, they got the first field goal, GG. Oops, our quarterback threw an interception off the first play of the game. Might as well go ahead and forfeit. Basketball. Oops, there's a turnover. LeBron James turned it over and the enemy dunked on him on the other end of the court. Might as well go ahead and throw it in. Throw in the towel. It is a little different because everyone is always the same power level. For the most part, people do get fatigued, you know. And some people get tilted. But everyone is relatively the same power level in something like a traditional sport, whereas in League, your power level adjusts, right? So there are definitely some differences there, but I don't know. People are just ridiculous. It's like, yeah, it's not good. It's like, just overcome a little adversity, man. Professional athletes quit all the time. I mean, maybe mentally. I don't know. Seems to me like that is unusual, but need to retire at 32. Oh, athlete, depending on the sport. Football, they retire. I think isn't the average like professional football player like a 3-year career or something like that. Probably depends on position. Quarterbacks are going to last a little bit longer than people getting hit all the time, like running backs. In general, but people in baseball probably last a lot longer than people in, you know, football or even basketball. Because it's not really a contact sport, usually. I mean, there are some hits that happen when people are running and, like, trying to, you know, trying to slide in a home plate or something, and the you know, the catcher lays them out, or people get hit with the baseball sometimes, but... Pretty sure most people are forced into retirement in football after 3 to 5 years. A lot of people are, because of injury or just underperformance. Try to play defense anymore. Oh, I mean, you mean like in basketball, just hanging out around half court and just getting the pass? I guess. I don't know. I mean, defense can't be as difficult as it used to be, from what I understand, in basketball, because they've changed a lot of the rules from like the 90s and things. But I think that a lot of like high caliber players still try to play defense, but it's also just like super hard to defend. Like the offensive player is very advantaged, I think. I mean, I haven't watched basketball a ton recently, but like some people, you know, if you can't really touch them that much, at a certain point, you know, someone like Steph Curry is just almost out there shooting horse, right? Like, it's so hard to defend that. A guy that can either drive on you if you get too close to him, or can just, you know, shoot from the half-court line. It's extremely difficult to defend that. Versus in something like college, you know, there are still people that are going to be difficult to defend, but it's a little bit easier. And you can play zone in college. But, anyways, I don't even know where that was going, but... She gets 6 off of that. And I was out of mana too. Alright, well, at least I got an assist on it. That's probably true. That's probably true. I don't know. I try not to be too, like, these damn kids, you know, like, the old days were the best about stuff, but in general, I mean, I feel like the 90s, but I'm really underinformed, right? But I feel like the 90s was tougher in basketball. It's much more, yeah, of a game of elegance now, I guess, rather than brute strength or power. Oh no, we've got a boots. Well, I guess she has to get boots versus Morg, but that's losing a lot of power early. Getting boots is... Okay, Morg went Mandate, which is good for us. Haven't seen Zen in a while. Really? Wow. Holy shit. I guess I should not have gone in there for that. To try to save her. She's just pretty much, like, if she gets hit with bind, she's dead. Which is why I was saying she should take cleanse. Like, because now she's got boots, and we're behind on items. It's still not saving her. She still died because of bind. Twice now. So if she had cleanse, or 3 times now, I think every single death. No, her first death at level 1. Actually, no, she did get flash binded at level 1. So if she had the cleanse at level 1, she would have lived too. So she really should have taken cleanse. Heal's not going to save her against their team comp. Like, they're not a poked kind of lane. It's, you're going to get CC'd from 100 to 0, and they're going to kill you through heal. Is how that works. So you have to take cleanse, I think, against Morg. You can say, oh, well, I'll just sidestep it all day, but then you're going to get caught. Occasionally. But now we don't have any damage either because she took boots early, so... I'm not going to be able to defend this. Exactly. So now we're low on damage and she still dies all the time. So it's like you might as well just take cleanse, be high on damage, and just have better protection. I don't know. She's just not really thinking through. Boots are one of those trap items, like tier 2 boots, that like feel good. It's like, sweet, I get extra movement, but then you don't actually have any damage. You just lose every trade if you go tier 2 boots on anyone but like Callista in most circumstances. No, there's no way this is Crepo. Crepo was a support player, and like, even after he probably hasn't played in years, he could probably come in and still stomp platinum players. I mean, I guess this Warwick is doing really well. But he was like super toxic at the beginning. I just feel like that's not really Crepo's style, but I don't know Crepo super well. But the whole like, hey, let's FF at 1 death at level 1 in the jungle seems kind of weird. I bet Kate's blaming me for everything. She probably is. Damn it, Lulu, why don't you eat these Qs? I don't know, whatever. That's why I mute. I've started, instead of disabling chat, I just mute at the start so they can still hear me, but I can't hear them. So if I have to say something like, go Baron. Did we not get any kills? What is... Oh, he's Grandmaster and still streams. Okay. Yeah. I mean, pro players, like... I mean, unless that's like some next level washed. If you can't get out of platinum as a pro, a former pro. Because you're just going to be virtually naturally just good at the game a lot of times. Like, you're just going to have so much raw talent, even if you're out of practice. Like, just the mental agility and the mechanics and stuff like that is just going to be there. Dude. Oh my god. So dumb. Like, cancels that last tower shot right before he dies. We're just like falling apart here. We're doing really well, but really? God. Fucking bind. So annoying. They really need to just change more, honestly. Just make it like a 2-second bind and give her W grounding or something like that. Like, just make her... Because her Q is, like, overpowered. It's just like the rest of her kit's pretty bad. Like, Black Shield and Q are really good, but the other abilities are just not. Oh my god. Damn, I didn't get off the R fast enough. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of people don't like her. She's Tom Kench Jr., basically, with like a long-range bind where she's a no champ, right? She just says no to a lot of what people like to do, engages and things like that. I mean, Lulu does have like a 2-second polymorph also, which is... I don't have any mana. Not really sure what Morg was thinking right there. Alright, so we're getting Mikhail's next. Feels like we're doing pretty well, but... Wait, what? Okay. Doing it for Crepo, boys. I don't remember Crepo's controversy. Wasn't he like trying to holler at some girls that were like 16 or something, which is legal in the UK, when he was like 20 or something like that? 21, 22, whatever it is. And now you've got people like Hashinishin that can do that at like 30 or however old he is and still not like get canceled as hard as Crepo was. I don't know. This, what do people call it? The words like grooming now or something? I don't remember the entirety of all the stuff going on though. Yeah, we probably just have to wait. His hash got pretty canceled. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it is good they're cleaning that kind of stuff up, though. I feel, from what I remember with Crepo's thing, it wasn't like as much of a creeper thing, was it? It was like, wasn't the girl interested in him, or was it like an actual literal minor? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Who knows? But I'm kind of talking out of my element here. But I think there's also a little bit of like, if it's something that's like ethically dubious but not illegal, that like people can learn, especially if they make mistakes as a young person, and that people should be more open to forgiveness if people are actually sorry, make mistakes, and change their ways, you know? I think we've kind of lost the art of forgiveness in our society a lot of times. Alright, Warwick, this is your cue, bud. Yeah, Crepo was cool, man. He played some fun. I remember he was playing Leona way back in the day when just like nobody played that champ. Shit, seriously? I mean, I personally liked Mad Life. I think was one of the people that, you know, made support cool. But hey, what's up, John? Greetings from Peru. Hey, buddy. Sorry, I can't. My Spanish is limited. But I think I got that. Alright, so we're getting Mikhail's because Morgana. That's really the major way we lose right now, I think, is just a Morg bind and a Jhin bind, and that's it. We probably need to get Grievous. So, Zoe has it, which is good. I feel like one more Grievous would be nice, though, like if Caitlyn can get it. They changed Mortal Reminder to where it's actually, like, pretty good. I mean, it used to be, like, really far out of your way to complete it, and it felt bad, but now it's pretty good. Like, it's a crit item. It's just got good overall generic stats on it. Like, it's 100% cost efficient, so you're not going that far out of your way to get the Grievous. I mean, obviously, Caitlyn's going to want to get Infinity Third, so... But maybe as, like, a final item. Might be worth considering. Did he get it? Oh, he stole the red, I think, with a smite. Oh yeah, we got another Baron here. Morg was playing really well early. Like, she had a couple of really nice shots, but we've just outscaled her. And this is why I don't play Morg a lot. Like, Lulu just blasts her late games. Like, yeah, if somebody gets caught, it's really bad. But, like, once I get Mikhail's, I take, like, 50% of her power away in a lot of circumstances, and I just outscale with all the extra attack speed and just all the extra stats that I give. Spam laugh. I don't even know the emote for spam. Like, I need to, or like the hotkey for laugh. I probably should have warded over here a little bit more before I backed, but whatever. I don't think it's going to come to the final item, but we'll go ahead and get that. Just, probably just do staff filling water final. I mean, she can Black Shield Morgana, or Warwick's W. She can Black Shield the bubble off of Zoe. She can Black Shield my Polymorph. I mean, I think there are several good targets. It's just, Lulu's just too strong, man. All the extra attack speed and just stuff that she gives out. Yeah, just like setting that Aatrox free there out of that bind was so huge. Give up, guys! They got first blood. It's GG. no way we can win this. They got a kill at level 1. Guys! I don't know. I love kind of the angry little the angry negative nerd. Oh god, y'all are a bunch of noobs. How'd you give up first blood at level 1? There's no way we can win now. Do it for Crepo. Akali! This it's terrible! LS, she's OP! Akali! I had this Akali in my Iron game. Just dominated everyone. It was a bronze smurf. I couldn't do anything. Anyways, alright guys. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, unfortunately. I got to finish those papers I didn't finish last night. Yeah, hey Wings, hit us up. We're on Stallag if you want. I have to figure out how to, like, how the friend request thing works, because Jason tried to send me one yesterday, but then I didn't get it. So we're on Stallag, we're on Horde. I think there are actually 0 alliance on Stallag right now. I've heard. I didn't realize it was such a storied server. I mean, I could probably watch a video on it, but yeah, I can hop on Discord for a second, sure. But apparently there was this really notorious private server guild that were like huge douchebags called Grizzly that I'd never heard of. I watched a video about this. It was pretty funny. Where I don't know, they were just, I don't know all the douchebaggery they were doing, but just a lot, like just turbo camping, like really important like quest places and all this other stuff, just so like Alliance couldn't even get into raids, like sitting there at the Molten Core entrance for like 8 hours or something, just like ultra douchebag stuff. Everyone hated them. Everyone hated them so much, actually the Horde hated them as well. A lot of other Horde people, they were a Horde faction. A lot of other Horde people didn't like them as well. And there's a video out there of there's something like 500 Horde people banding together and stopping them from achieving this Scarab Lord achievement, which is like the hardest thing to do in vanilla. It just like shut them down, just like hard trolled them. So they apparently ran all of the most of the Alliance off of the server because of that. Which kind of sucks. I assume in Burning Crusade, more people will join it. Or if they don't, you know, we could... they'll probably give you free transfer options and stuff like that at some point. We could move somewhere else. But I kind of like a low population server. It's low pop. I think there's still like 2,500 people on it, which is a lot. It's just almost everybody's Horde. But I kind of like that, especially for leveling up, because you don't have to compete for mobs as much and things like that. So that can be good. But anyways. Now there are Alliance servers too. So if we look at, let me see here. And that's it for the, I thought there was like an official... Maybe this is kind of it. So in all selected realms, so like all over the place worldwide, there's actually more Alliance than there are Horde. But if we look at just Americas and Oceania, it still is the same thing. There's more Alliance than Horde. Like Pagel, for example, there's 92% Alliance. Right? But the one that... So the vast majority of them, if they are dominated by a faction, it's Alliance. I think Alliance is better in PvE because of humans. They get like the expertise, which is really important, and then you get Fear Ward on dwarves, and you get paladins instead of shamans. And I think paladins are better than shamans in TB or in Classic because their buffs can affect 40 people, you know, all at once with just a couple of them, versus shamans just have the totems for individual groups, which are good, but they don't have bloodlust yet either, from what I understand. I'm not an expert on old Classic. I mean, look at this. That's like 100%. Pretty sure now, what am I missing? Bigglesworth. Did I miss it on there? Where? Oh, there's Stalag. See, ours is 100% Horde for now. But I think there is a way to transfer. There's definitely a paid transfer, but sometimes they give you free transfers, and they might do that when TBC drops. But there's only really 2 servers that are hard dominated by Horde, which is Stalag and one other one, Scarum. But I think that's going to be kind of nice for questing, honestly. Like, leveling up, getting my professions in questing, so I can actually do Stranglethorn Veil for once in my life. You just can't quest there ever on, like, a contested server because... And it's such a great place to quest. Yeah, but it was because of the douchebaggery of that one guild, I'm pretty sure. But... anyways, like I said, I wouldn't have minded doing Alliance because I kind of like the aesthetic of the Alliance, right? The humans and the Night Elves and stuff like that look cooler, and I don't know. I like the racials and stuff. Like, the rep grind is real in TBC, and having humans for that would be nice, and the extra spirit would be nice. But we're doing Horde. Horde's cool. Horde's fine as well. Horde's really good at PvP, and Horde's fun too. So that's what we're going to be rolling with. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you very much. I will send out tomorrow. I will do an analysis of the patch notes and send that out. I'll see if I can keep it 20 minutes-ish, 20 to 30. I know that's kind of a meme on the channel. But I'll see if I can do a quick patch notes. And then I do have a couple of league guides I'm going to release. And then I am going to have some more Total War Warhammer coming up at some point. But anyways, okay. Well, that's